Is this R.I.P. the Night Witch? Some players hope so. What is up, fellow fans of Clash Royale? It's your host, Galadon, with a long-awaited and overdue balancing. A lot of players, let's just admit, have felt like Clash Royale is a little bit broken these days. And I have never seen such a call for balance changes as we've seen in recent weeks, mostly since the addition of the Night Witch to the game. So here we go, starting out with, of course, who didn't see this coming? A nerf to the Night Witch, or should I say several nerfs to the Night Witch. Alright, so first things first, she is going to do 9% less damage. A lot of people complaining she's like a mini P.E.K.K.A that spawns bats. So in addition, 9% less damage and a shorter range. So she formerly had the range of the Prince, now having been reduced by 11%. It's closer to the range of guards. And she's going to have a bat spawn speed reduction, meaning that the bats will spawn every 7 seconds instead of every 6 seconds. And we're not done. Now she's going to be down to spawning just 2 bats when she dies instead of 3. Now, will this permanently end the use of the Night Witch? I seriously doubt it, but we're definitely going to see a lot less use of her. And RIP all the players that spent hundreds or thousands of dollars maxing out a Night Witch only to see her nerfed. But then again, this is pretty much standard operating procedure. If you're one of those guys who spends a bunch of money gemming, which I was not, by the way, okay, I didn't do that, then you have to expect that the nerf almost always comes just after the introduction of a card like this. Let's move on. Speaking of nerfs, the Battle Ram. This is another card that I find particularly annoying, and the nerfs are kind of nebulous. They're not exactly in percentages and exact numbers. Slower to charge, we're being told. And also, the barbarians themselves, they've been dumbed down a little bit, and they're going to spawn more slowly after the Battle Ram itself has been destroyed. So that is definitely something we want to check out, and something I'm going to be taking a closer look at in future episodes as we talk about that Crown Championship challenge. So now we're also seeing a nerf to the Graveyard. A lot of the bridge spam units getting nerfed. Now the Graveyard seeing a reduction in duration. So instead of 10 seconds, it lasts only 9. And that is also going to mean that it's going to spawn fewer skeletons. So now the Graveyard spawns 15 instead of 17. It doesn't seem like a huge change, but it should be enough to make the Graveyard just a little bit less powerful. Alright, the Electro Wizard. Here's another guy that oftentimes is spammed on the bridge. Extremely annoying. He is going to see a very small nerf. Just a drop of 2% of his hit points. Is that enough? We'll see. Again, something we're going to have to try out. And then the Heal Spell. So many players find this as the new and most annoying card in the deck. And the Heal Spell seeing a reduction of its duration from 3 seconds to 2.5. That is pretty significant, you guys. That is a big chunk of time that is taken away from the Heal Spell. But we're not done. We're about to get to some very, what could be aggravating buffs, you guys. I call this update balancing the one where, oh, we gave you what you wanted, but now suck on this. Okay, so hold on a minute. You'll be sucking on Mortars and Expos in just a second. The mini P.E.K.K.A is going to get a buff. 4.6% additional damage for the mini P.E.K.K.A. I like this one a lot. Mini P.E.K.K.A, I feel like underused and such a great card. Want to see that out there on the battlefield again. More pancakes is always good. But again, for the Siege haters, get ready, brace yourselves. The Expo. That's right, a reduction in the deploy time from 4 seconds to 3.5. It is going to be significant enough to bring back Siege players who feel like their cards were just over-nerfed in the recent months, and now the Expo may see a bit of a resurgence. And yes, it also goes hand in hand with, you guessed it, the Mortar. Probably my least favorite card. It also seeing that same deploy time change from 4 seconds to 3.5. So you got what you wanted in that maybe those Night Witches, the bridge spam units, aren't going to be quite as powerful, but now good luck dealing with Mortars and Expos all over the place. Now some other miscellaneous changes. The Dark Prince, he's another one that we really don't see a lot of. Nice to see him getting buffed. A 6% increase in his damage. That's pretty significant. And also, he is going to have a hit speed change to 1.4 from 1.5 seconds, so that is going to further increase the amount of damage that he puts out. Now, here's another one who's going to see hit speed and damage changes, and that's the Ice Wizard. Now, the Ice Wizard sees a huge buff to his damage of 10%, but wait, it doesn't come without a slight nerf to his hit speed. So his hit speed is being decreased from 1.5 to 1.7, so that 10% addition to damage is actually misleading, and it won't be anywhere near that when you factor in the slower hit speed. And last but not least, another pretty underused card, and that is going to be, of course, the bats. Now they will spawn 5 instead of 4. I feel like that was definitely necessary. The bats were almost useless at 2 elixir. They either needed to spawn more bats or just be reduced to a cost of 1 elixir. So that is the complete list of balance changes coming to the game, and it's coming just in time for the Crown Championship 20-win challenge, you guys. That would have been so broken without these balance changes. So I'm super happy to see the balance changes coming in before the new challenge is being implemented. And yes, we had members of Full Attack being forced to use the balance changed cards. So yes, a deck that you would probably never see in the game of Mortars and Expos, and of course these guys are playing pre-update or pre-balancing, so it's even more terrible than what it would be after the balance changes. But these guys managed to get wins anyway because, well, because they're members of Full Attack, you guys. That just shows right here, and I have to repeat this time and time again when I talk about Clash Royale, it is not so much the deck as it is the skill and the way you play the deck. You can win with almost any combination of 8 cards. Now, speaking of winning with any combination of 8 cards, here is Bilbo T Baggins from Full Attack, and I was asking for these guys to share some 12th win Grand Challenge decks. And so Bilbo T Baggins, this I thought was kind of funny because this was the exact deck that I had set up on my main account in Full Attack when Bilbo went out and grabbed 12 wins with it. So he is making a perfect example of the idea that it's not the cards as much as it is the player. Especially notice his opponent has the Night Witch, has the Graveyard, pre-nerfed cards, mind you, and Bilbo is still going to run all over this guy with what is one of my favorite decks, the Log Bait, Log Bait deck of the Princess and, of course, the Goblin Barrel there. And then the Dirty Rocket, which is, there's no other way to put it. It's dirty. I realize it's dirty. It's almost as dirty as dirty baby dragon spam. But let's not get into that again. Okay, so Bilbo T Baggins using my favorite deck right here to work on a player from a well-known clan, R.I.P. And again, with some pretty powerful cards on his own side, Bilbo is simply going to outplay him. And this is where I have to tell you guys, and I don't mean to rain on your little parade, but all these other YouTubers that are going to come out with 20-win decks, and this is the best deck to use in the Grand Championship blah 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 challenge. It's not the case, and you guys know it. I mean, there is no magical formula that's going to get you 20 wins. In fact, if you look at the statistical probability of it, it's something like 17,000 to 1 that the average player is going to get there. So really, unless you're one of those guys that wins 12-win challenges pretty frequently, I wouldn't even bother. Seriously, take the free entry, go for it, have fun, but unless you get to 12 or beyond on the very first try, don't bother. It is really, this 20 wins, I'm sorry, I'm not bitter. It's just 20 wins is ridiculous. Okay, it's a ridiculous number to hit 20 wins without getting 3 losses. And yes, it is going to be a long shot. Somebody compared it, I think Wolverine compared it to winning like $100 or $500 in the lottery. And let me tell you, have you ever won $100 in the lottery? I didn't think so. So there you go. Hey, if you did, hey, I tell you what, if you've won $100 or more in the lottery, in any lottery in the past, leave your comment down below. I want to see just how many of you have. Because I think that you're going to see not a lot of people are going to be gaining entry into this next round by winning 20 wins. And yes, there is definitely not going to be a deck that, oh, adopt this deck and you're going to do it. But still, it'll be fun to make some episodes about some players who have gotten there or gotten close to it and look at exactly how they did it because again, you guys, it comes down to skill and not to deck, as we can see right here from Bilbo T Baggins, picking up win number 12 with a really outdated log bait deck. So that's it, you guys, for the balance changes. Thank you, as always, for watching all the way to the end of the video. Make sure you subscribe for the earliest update and sneak peek information. Turn on notifications so you don't miss a video. Watch me live stream on mixer.com/Galadon, where I can talk this fast even when I haven't had a cup of caffeine. And I'll see you again tomorrow for more full attacks. Oh, and have a great day. See you tomorrow. See ya!
Galadon, I'm taking that espresso machine away from you. It's not good for you, man.